Hi, Celebrate Life. It's time for our weekly update from Monday, September 18th. I'm Pastor Jackie, and I am welcoming you into our space. We're here in Clymer, 148 6th Street, and we meet here every Monday night at 6 o'clock. This past week, we had a testimony by Cheryl, who had a lot to say, and she shared with us her heart and how she struggled with codependency, with control issues, with thinking that she didn't have any problems. And yet all through her life, she kept actually having problems until finally she got to the point where her son, had been arrested for drugs, had been doing drugs, and she just finally realized there was nothing she really could control other than her response and herself. And she started seeking help, and she ended up, at a 12-step program, at a church, and just seeking the Lord for that. She said that her goal in life was peace, love, and harmony in every situation. And before she knew the Lord, that meant just avoid conflict, stuff it all down, and never deal with a thing. And then after she came into a relationship with Jesus, a personal relationship, and working the 12 steps and going to different programs, she realized she did have a problem, and she was able to learn new coping skills, learn to give control over to God, and to pray more about it. And she said she learned that no is a complete sentence. Step one is admitting you're powerless, and she was able to do that. She talked about only as sick as your secrets, and we know that. We keep secrets. We think we're keeping secrets even from God, and He knows it all. So we might as well just come clean and learn to deal with things. She said she finally had to stop the hemorrhaging and start the healing, and that's what she did when she stepped out and asked for help. She talked about the importance of a sponsor, that is somebody that walks through the journey of recovery with you. She learned that her birthright as a child of God gives her a position and gives her who her identity is. And then she again realized that she did meet all of those goals of peace, love, and harmony, but she only could do it when she did it through Jesus. She gave us scripture verses about don't worry about anything, instead pray about everything, and God meets your needs. That's in Philippians 4:6. Listen, all of you, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, pray for the happiness of those who curse you, implore God's blessing on those that hurt you. And that's in Luke 6:27 through 29. And she absolutely realized that when she started praying for people that was against her and her enemies, that it changed her heart and it helped her to deal with them. So some of the questions that I asked in group was, what's your goal in life? How did you achieve it? And do you understand that it's really only obtainable when we seek the Lord and what His plan is? I ask, do they pray for the difficult people in their life? And are they maybe one of those difficult people? Because that's what Cheryl shared with us as well, that she realized that part of what was going on was her problem too, that she was part of the problem. So then she became part of the solution. She also thought that being a Christian meant that you always put others first, at the detriment of yourself. It doesn't matter what you want. If you're being hurt or abused, you still had to put others first. And that is not the case. That is not true. We need to be respectful and love others, but we do not need to allow people to affect our lives in a negative way. And we have to have self-care and take care of ourselves so we can be a healthy person in these relationships. And she shared with us that, she was taught as a child to just go in her room and punch the pillow. And that was her coping mechanism. And that obviously didn't work into her adulthood. So we asked what were some of the coping mechanisms that we each use. And some talked about prayer, some talked about using a sponsor, about coming here to Celebrate Life, about having someone else to reach out to, having prayer partners, and just really learning strong coping skills. So what we're doing here starting next week is we're offering for women a Christian codependency group, and we're offering the boundaries group as well. And there's content books that we go through to learn about this. And then the men also will be starting a codependency group in a few weeks. So you are welcome to join us at any time, but once we get going in these studies, then they become closed. We also each week have what we call Life Open Share Group, and that's where the people go over the sheets that we make up that have the questions and content. And so you're welcome to come at any time and join into one of those groups. Hey, this Monday night is the fourth Monday night of the month, so we're having a meal, and it is just going to be a community gathering meal. So we do have groups afterwards, but we're going to take time to eat, get to know each other, and have worship. Hope to see you here Monday night at 6. God bless you.